Hello everyone, my name is Bernard, and for this Turning Point video presentation, I would like to discuss my journey to develop mastery in the field of graphic design. Now, my journey started when I was 7 years old. My friend's older brother spent a lot of time sketching, and he was nice enough to let me watch. And I was so fascinated that I asked my mom to buy me an art pad so that I could start sketching. Now, I didn't know anything about graphic design. All I knew is that I wanted to draw, and I would draw any and everything that was interesting to me. And over a period of time, I became really good at it. And that was this force inside of me that just drove me to want to be the best I could be. And I believe that it was already in my DNA. Now, as I grew older, I took it more serious and I pursued an arts degree once I graduated from high school. Now, in college, I learned oil painting, pastel, pen and ink, and pencil drawing. And when I look back, I realized that all those things helped to develop my mastery in my current field, along with my passion and drive to be better. Now, after 2 years of college, I got sidetracked with other interests that had nothing whatsoever to do with graphic design, and it kept me occupied for 10 years. Now, later, I wanted to draw again, but I had been out of it for so long that I was very rusty. And this was frustrating, but it challenged me to jump back into the fine arts game. And then that's when I began to hear graphic design from other artists. And I also discovered software that would allow me to create compositions that I used to do when I was drawing. So I jumped into graphic design and my skills improved over a period of time. Now, the strategy returning to your origin in Green's book really connected with me. He said that for masters, their inclination often presents itself to them with remarkable clarity in childhood. Well, as a kid, I was very clear that I wanted to be an artist. When I saw my friends sketching, it triggered a force in me that drove me to be the best that I can be. The passion was so strong that although I got sidetracked with other interests, my inner voice drove me back to my first love, which was art. Green's strategy called Occupy the Perfect Niche says you are seduced into such a field because you see others there making a living, threading the familiar path. Well, when I was a young artist, I used to watch guys perform on television and they looked like they were having a lot of fun. And I just knew they were making a lot of money. So I decided to jump into entertainment. And shockingly, I did not make a lot of money. And and I definitely I was a dime a dozen. So the field was very crowded and I began to look for a way out. So I steered towards teaching and doing choreography and I managed to find my own niche within the same field that wasn't so crowded. And so I became well known in California for my type of choreography. Now, Green's strategy called Avoid the False Path reminded me of how I was attracted to entertainment for all the wrong reasons, the fame, the money, and definitely the attention. Now, he says that if it is the attention we need, we often experience a kind of emptiness inside that we are hoping to fill with the false love of public approval. Now, I didn't realize that early on that I had selected a field, entertainment, for all the wrong reasons. I was blinded with false hope, illusion, and I was definitely influenced by the attention. But no one really knew what my passion really was. So eventually I had to learn to establish my own identity and apply my energy to a field that was similar where I can thrive a little better. Now, after years of entertainment, the passion began to fade. I became bored and I wanted to leave, but I was very concerned about how it would affect the people around me. As Green's strategy says in Let Go of the Past, you're not tied to a particular position. Your loyalty is not to your career or to a company. And so I understood the changes going on within me, and I definitely understood the changes that was going on in performing arts. So I had to adjust. I learned to teach. I started doing choreography, and eventually I moved on to doing marketing, which included graphic design. And I didn't feel sorry for myself because I didn't become this famous performer. I just had to adjust. Now, and I'm glad I listened to my inner voice that led me back to my first love because I knew that my new path would require patience and challenges, but at the same time, more pleasure. So I made the sacrifice to improve my mastery and to focus 3 to 5 years down the line to become a professor and or a director. So the strategy that returning to your origin reminded me of that particular turning point in my life. My passion spoke to me and reminded me of the connection that I had to fine arts as a child. And my reward was through the creation of art developed by my own thoughts and my own hands. And this path became my life's task. Now, my two major goals are to earn my master's in digital media and become a professor. Now, to achieve my master's, I've enrolled in Full Sail University in their online program. And this is really good because it's only a 1 year program. And at the end, I will acquire my MFA, which is what is needed to teach at the college level. Now, to become a professor, I enrolled in a course on my job that is required if you want to teach online, and I will be certified within the next 2 weeks. So I'm very excited, guys, and this concludes my perspective on the subject. And thank you for watching, and thank you for listening.